actualized in real life, maybe even passed in Congress. And I hope that after this speech, you'll be encouraged to take part in my advocacy. That is, to shut down worldwide WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment for good. Meaning, I'm talking about sports like that of Batista and other big, bad, nasty men who use chairs to castrate people or do other nasty things to them. This is a sport, which I think to be a sport, but I'll use it with quotation marks, because people think that it's actually a good way to provide entertainment for bloodthirsty individuals, maybe girls, maybe boys, or if you have a secret desire to be a man full of steroids yourself, perhaps like Arvin. But this is something that is not doing any good for our society, and I'm going to talk about this in my two little ideas. One, on how it spreads a culture of unnecessary violence, and secondly, let's talk about it perpetuating the evilness that is patriarchy, something which is an outdated concept supposedly in our world today. First, how does it exactly spread a culture of violence? It's all about the idea of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That you have big men with big muscles and that they can do anything they want. But sometimes it's all role play. But who's to know? Particularly when you're a little boy, maybe a little Japanese boy who's 5 years old and wants to watch some good TV, and then you see these men bash each other and they're in a cage. This is probably okay when we were talking about MTV and the celebrity deathmatch because those were cliques. But now we're talking about real men who can do actual harm to each other, and that's something that we don't want these little kids to see, or maybe 19-year-old boys and girls to see, because they might want to become violent themselves. And God only knows how we need less violence in our world. As it is, words can be very hurtful, but if you talk about chairs, or maybe slapping and punching, this is something that we cannot tolerate. But let's compare it to other sports, maybe like boxing, basketball. What makes it so different when Matt Cardona hit Enrico Villanueva on his head during the UAE back in the 2000s? What happened then was a foul play on Matt Cardona's part, and he was sent out of the stadium. But if you do that with WWE, you're not going to send out of the stadium. People are going to even cheer for you and be happy that you made someone else's head bloody. Do we really want something like that, ladies and gentlemen? No. I say no, and you should do. So, let's talk about the second idea, and how it perpetuates the outdated ideal of patriarchy. Besides the idea of large bodies being something so ideal and maybe even macho, we talk about women who are already turning macho. Ladies and gentlemen,